It had been 2 days since I last made my escape from the imprisonment I endured within the confines of my own home. My captors, Malum, a member of the Sakari, which comprises an elite international group of assassins, and her accomplice, an unholy conjured summon who went by the name of Mr. Bear, intended to hold me captive for some unknown ritual before killing me in front of an audience of their cohorts. The whole purpose of this ritual was spoken about in the vaguest of terms, at best. However, from what little I can gather, they made it seem like it was more of an extraction. Whatever the reason may be, I had no intention of sticking around to find out what they truly sought after. I was forced to swallow my pride for the time being and make a hasty tactical retreat. While I was confident in my abilities to take the assassins head on, there was no conceivable way I could take them on all at once. Steadfast in my resolve and lust for revenge, I was forced to rework my attack strategy given the dire and unfavorably sudden circumstances. First things first, to avoid the avid search party, it was imperative that I got off the streets, find a secret and secluded place to bide while I schemed my next moves. I also needed a place to train. As much as it pains me to say it, the assassins may have gotten far stronger since our last group encounter. While I've been getting complacent, it's safe to assume that the League had been steadily killing and honing their skills while they were in the field this entire time. I'm going to need to get myself back up to speed, increase my power. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to fully awaken my once dominant abilities. Abilities that I pondered how I managed to forget I had until they weakened and were eventually lost over time. If I can return to my prime, I can easily turn the tables on my current adversaries. But for now, we're simply setting up the stage. Not long after making my escape had I managed to procure a civilian vehicle, drove away from the city, far away from my compromised locations as possible. I drove and drove until I reached the outskirts of town, where I stumbled across an abandoned building. At first glance, it seemed suitable for my needs. I just had to do a quick interior check. Now, an abandoned building might be an obvious hiding choice for the Sakari to investigate, but given how much ground I already made, it should provide at least a few days of refuge, as intended. In situations like this, you don't want to get too comfortable and stay in one spot for too long. Do what's necessary. Do it quickly, and then keep on moving. Place seems suitable enough. I can easily set up some traps around the perimeter if need be to give myself a heads up if anything comes up.
Unfortunately, that won't do you any good, Chris.
Oh, so it's you, Mr. Bear. So, you've been following me this whole time, huh?
Since that very same night you escaped, you may have tried your best to cover your tracks and eyeball your surroundings, but the only mistake you made was assuming that your tail was human-sized. Malum was right. Had you possessed even the slightest bit of magical aptitude, you would have been able to detect my presence from the get-go. You know that was a pretty ballsy stunt you pulled back there, but it also led to your downfall. When you blocked me from your channel and uploaded those awful cooking shows of yours, I received notifications immediately. It's how I was the first to be aware of your escape. I've been telling you ever since, fool. And oh, how lucky for me that YouTube actually decided to work properly this time.
Wait, did he not alert the others of where I am? Did he do it just now? Are they already here and hiding? Or did he not tell? So what now? You're all gonna 6v1 me? I'm not afraid. I'll take on all of you at once, but rest assured, I'm gonna make sure you work for your meal.
Oh, no. I want you all to myself. The others need you alive for some nonsense that doesn't interest me in the slightest. Oh no, Chris. I've got a bone to pick with you.
So he did come alone then. Should've never told me that, buddy. That means I can just kill him on my merry way. Unless...
Now, I don't want you to have any conceptions about having the ability to take me on. Because I'll tell you right now that this isn't going to end the way you think it will. I honestly loathe you, Chris, for what you've done to me. You're a talentless hack who makes shitty entertainment videos and doesn't deserve any sort of recognition whatsoever.
Now hold up a second. What are you babbling about? I never did shit to you. If anything, you've done more harm to me than anything else. Why do you hate me so much? What are you playing the victim for, asshole?
Back then, it was right before you left the organization. I was created by the great wizard Magus. There were many summons before me, but none quite like myself. I was his best, his strongest. I had the most potential. I was meant for greater things, but then you had to go and pull that stunt upon leaving the organization. All the buzz around this latent power that had been manifesting in your stupid body. Of course you left, so naturally, the next course of action was to kill you. But they were equally curious about acquiring your powers for their own machinations. Suddenly, my position was changed, my glorious purpose reduced to tracking you down like I was a common henchman or summon. I was no longer a special summon. I was just like the rest of the trash. It's not so much what you've done, it's that your very existence is a burden to mine. Without effort or fail, you've single-handedly taken away my purpose. I was the talented one. I could have fame, fortune, power. I could even surpass my creator. I was meant for greatness, but instead all eyes were on you. You, of all people. My very existence was undermined because of you, and for that, you must die.
Fame? Fortune? You seem to know a lot about human culture and narcissism for a summon. Because that's what you are, a summon. By the way, even though I don't know much about magic, I do know enough about summons that the summoned entity can't go against the will of their summoner. And since you were instructed to track me down and bring me back alive for the ritual, you can't kill me, even if you claim you wanted to. You were just created with an obnoxious personality, which happened to include illusions of grandeur. That's all. For all you know, everything you're feeling could be part of your script as a summon. You are what you're scripted to be. The illusion of free will.
Oh no, you see, that's where you're wrong. It all happened once I consumed my first human soul. I found there were a few forbidden ways to break the summoner contracts. Even if what you say is true, and that I was scripted to think I was different from all the other summons, that simply means I was scripted to be greater, because it led me down the path of soul consumption to begin with. It would mean I was scripted to acquire my own free will and rise to my peak potential, that I would break free from the will of my summoner and be my own entity. It means that I was meant for a greater purpose after all, and that I can continue down the path of greatness, but only under my own terms and free will. Magnificent! Magus can't control me anymore. I will kill you, absorb your soul, and acquire all of your powers. Then I will be powerful enough to wipe out the rest of the Sicari and take over the organization. Who knows? With no one else to oppose me, I could very well take over this world. With every unique soul I consume, I grow in power, to the point where no one in this universe will be strong enough to oppose me. I will become a deity, a god. Consider it an honor to be killed at the hands of my own, as your sacrifice will lead to the birth of something greater.
Wow, you've lost it. Sounds like we're in world-conquering territory now. Listen, I could care less about whether or not the planet is destroyed or taken over. I'm not the hero, nor was I ever one. All I care about right now is kicking your ass up and down this building. And if I happen to save the world from the clutches of a narcissistic megalomaniac in the process, then so be it. I'm ending this now.
You will try.
Nani? Oh, what the hell? Let's try that again. What was that? For a split second, I was able to register his power. I have a feeling that he's not at his full potential. I better finish this quickly before he feels too much. Son of a bitch! This isn't going to work. He's too strong and fast and hard to hit. I need to distract him with something. Whose child is that?
You're smart to run, Chris, even if it makes you look like a coward.
Come here, you little shit.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Tim Burr. Bop, 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 bop.
I'm going to teach you a lesson about pain, Chris. I will show you what true potential is. I will show you the value of hard work, of sacrifice. I will show you the results of harvesting human souls. Behold my true power thus far. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Like I'm gonna stand here and let him power up or transform or whatever the hell he's doing. Oh snap! Yeah! You know what time it is. All these ass beatings are making me thirsty. I could go for a drink during these trying times.
What is this? Have you completely lost it, Chris?
Nope, I'm ready to kick your ass. I don't care how strong you are. Bring it.
Raw! Raw! What? How? His movements are more difficult to predict. I can't tell if he's getting stronger or if he's just getting better at countering my moves. No, it can't be. Is he drunk? Don't tell me. Don't tell me you're one of those people whose skills improve when they get drunk. It was only one beer. How?
Don't know what the hell you're talking about. I am not drunk.
He's mocking me. You dare mock my power? I'll show you. Let me show you another technique I've picked up during one of my travels. Fireball! What? He blocked it with ease?
On second thought, that hurt a little more than I thought it would. Might break my hand if I had to do that again.
Once more, take this!
Yeah, I definitely can't do that again.
Unbelievable! This is absurd!
Your magic is kinda weak. Better off sticking to physical attacks, pal. Even with your power boost, you still suck.
Why, you... I'm going to strangle the life out of you as I take your soul. Maybe I'll visit those friends of yours. We even know the location of some of them. Another Mendoza, was it? And then there's Lola Scuzzy. Oh, that's right. Malum already dealt with her.
What?
Oh, yes. It's how we found you in the first place. Malum and I were tasked with hunting you down when we stumbled upon someone who possessed some serious dark energies. It sparked our interest, so we traced the source to a place in Jersey. When we arrived at her humble abode, she wasn't happy to see us, to say the least. Malum questioned who she was and sized her up on her abilities, which led to a fight breaking out. You know Malum's temper. Surprisingly, she put up quite a fight. For a normie with no actual powers, she actually seemed similar to Malum in many ways. Ways which seemed to infuriate Malum even further. She put up a valiant effort, but in the end she was no match. Malum did her shadow possession thing to take over Lola's body and searched her memories. As it turns out, she actually knew you, or at least gamed with you on occasion. No, we didn't actually know at the time that it was the real you, just that she knew someone who conveniently had the same name. I mean, what were the odds? Had the world been so small after all? She continued to assume the role of Lola Scuzzy and continued to game with you, posing as her. She found out what she needed to know from you and your friends, and once she figured out your location, it was just a matter of time. Don't know why she didn't finish her off. Oh well, what a waste of a strong soul. It's okay, though. After I'm done with you, I'll go after another Mendoza and your other friends. Perhaps claim their souls? Not because I need to, but just because I can. Wouldn't you like that? I would. Imagine wiping out every single friend you've made along the way just because we can.
You threaten my life. You threaten my friends' lives. You should have just finished me off instead of running your big fucking trap. This is I'm just gonna stand here and let you get away with any of that. Die.
Give me your soul! No! Wait! No! Chris! Ira!
With all this talk about purpose and talent, you still fell by my hand. Guess you're not meant for greatness after all. My powers have returned. This familiar feel.
Welcome back, Chris Chaos.